Hello and welcome to Stream Tabulous. So this video is going to be about voices, background noise, and basically streaming. So I have a problem being in a tiny unit. There's a lot of background noise around me, which you guys have probably heard on some of the videos. Right now I have, door open. This is my kitchen and it's very tiny. And I have a small sliding door there, which is open to allow a breeze through. There's birds and there's noise and there's traffic that goes past. So how do you get rid of that? Looking up, being on a budget that I am, which is zero, I looked up free AI noise removal for streaming and AI noise cancellation to come up with, like, I think it's called Crisp Audio or Crispy, whatever it is. It's not free. There's, you have to pay a subscription for it. Really nothing. Then I come across, well, NVIDIA's RTX Voice for RTX graphics cards. And there's one video that showed how to hack it so you can run it on a GTX system where it falls back onto the CUDA cores. Car went past. Don't know if you guys heard it. Interesting when I edit. So we'll see how good it is, because I've got it running right now, but I didn't hack it. And the interesting thing is, no one has talked about NVIDIA's RTX Voice for a long time. And I kind of find it interesting. I didn't have to hack it, and I'm like, why aren't people like using it? I think I know why. So we'll go to the intro and come back and we'll take a look at it. You guys know how to skip the intro if you need. Okay, so here we are, and got RTX Voice running down there. I'll just move it off the screen a bit. So why aren't people talking about this? So if you go into Google and you type RTX Voice, the first thing you're pretty much going to get is this up here, and then this interesting one down here. But we're going to click that. That's where we want to go. It's going to take us to a lot of gobbledygook. Now, I have dyslexia, so a lot of this stuff is just an absolute nightmare to go through. But the first thing you notice, RTX Voice is now enabled for NVIDIA GeForce Quattro or Titan GPU. That's a lot of people out there. A lot of people. I don't know why it doesn't come up as this option, or at least come up, for NVIDIA users, RTX Voice is free when you're searching it. AI doesn't say about it under their little copilot that runs with Google search. So I'm like, well, what's going on there? I think I know why, which we'll get to and talk about, but let's come down and take a look at it. There's another car that went past. I don't know if you guys heard it. It was very loud. So NVIDIA broadcast, NVIDIA drivers. It says here that you have to have this one or newer, so it's interesting, that you'd think if they updated the RTX Voice, then these driver versions would have changed at some point. And we can see there's a higher version here, which is interesting. It's almost like they've updated this to work with the higher version, but they've never actually touched RTX Voice. I don't know. And I'll get to why I have that feeling. So you come down, it says broadcast and how to set up, and it's designed to work with that, which to me, I use OBS. With the dyslexia, I don't have scripts or anything like that. I just ramble, as you guys know, and I just shoot it from beginning to end and then I edit it. It makes my life easy and it works for me. So download it here. Click that, download it. Then you just have to install it. No hacking. Don't have to do anything. It's just done. So after you've done that, it will just automatically run. Select your microphone from the inputs. So there we are there. I keep glancing over and make sure the microphone's working over here, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So, and then you can enable it or disable it for your noises. Problems with it. Well, the first problem I found is put it in and running a low, It's a GTX, so it doesn't really run much. So we're playing a little game and just got a blue screen of death. Nothing else is in. So I did a quick Google, RTX Voice, blue screen. A lot of people have an issue with blue screen. So you can't stop it from starting up when Windows starts up. You can exit it by going to your task manager, right-clicking it and closing it, but you can't stop it from starting up with Windows. So, you'd think they would have updated it and had some settings in there, but it's never happened where, disable on startup and then manually start it. So I'm going to talk about that and workarounds. But first of all, let's see how good it is. Let's go back across. Okay, now that's one of the problems that we have. Sometimes when you transition, for some reason, it changes the microphone, and it shouldn't. So bear with us. Let's go back across, and I'll reset it up if I need to, because we lost audio there. Okay. So that's why I'm watching that, because sometimes when you transition, for some reason, it changes. This is another reason I don't think it's been set up. It shouldn't be changing what I've told it. There's no reason why it should be changing the input. I'd understand it if my OBS was set up to use multiple microphones, which it isn't. It's just set up to use one thing, and you have to change it in OBS to whatever you're using, which means you have to change OBS to use RTX Voice, which I have done. So that's the first little chink in the armor, and something that doesn't look like it's been updated by NVIDIA, and it really does look like, an abandoned piece of software. But let's see how good it is, right? So I have a very loud click. Let's just describe how this is going to work quickly. It's trained for the voice, and if it's not a voice and it hears it, it will work at cancelling it out, or try to cancel it out. Normally, it will pick up the first one and cancel out the rest. Let's have a look here. Now, I've seen the bar go up there 3 times, but I don't know how many times it picked up. Microphone's right there. So if you're ever wondering why it sounds like I'm weaker in one ear and stronger in the other ear, that'd be why if you got headphones on. So that's the clicking. You guys can be the judge of it. You're hearing. Let's bash on this. There's a car going past. I have a feeling this is trained for, the normal sort of background noises, birds, cars, maybe something humming or whatever. Maybe some sort of music algorithm. So let's bash on the desk. I'm seeing that bar move a lot there, so I don't know how well it's going. Interesting. Now, let's do numbers lock. It's a really annoying key. You can be the judge how well it was. Now I'm going to disable it, so I'm just going to uncheck it. I can see my microphone stayed on, and I can see my little bar moving down there, so that's great, so we don't have to worry about that. Have you got headphones on, guys? You're probably going to go deaf now. Are you ready? That is just splattering out my microphone. I won't keep going with that. I don't think there's no need. Let's do the desk. It's just underneath the red. Pretty loud noise. Really loud noise. Very annoying. Let's go numbers lock. So if you're using shortcut keys and you're... Hang on, we'll turn it back on. So sometimes on initialization of turning it back on, you may lose audio for a second. Keep that in mind. So it's also one of those things that if you got dual monitor, and I'm using a, I think it's like 30-year-old VGA old style pin monitor. It's the second monitor here. Thank God for the old graphics card supporting it. And, if that ever changes, I'm going to have to work a way around that. So you're going to probably want to keep that up on the side, watch your microphone, and keep that in mind, and the transitions. So where's the downfall come? If you're doing a stream like this, RTX Voice will be your go-to. Costs nothing. Like I said, zero income here. So it's fantastic for what I'm doing. I'm just going to have to watch those changes on the transitions. If you're streaming and you're doing games, that blue screen of death, which is extremely common, is probably going to be a killer. Now, I don't know how it goes with the newer style RTX cards. Maybe they've changed something in the firmware of the newer RTX cards to handle this together, so your mileage is going to vary. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's free. I think it's worth putting on your system and giving it a go and seeing how you like it. But let's talk about it starting up with the computer. It's not in the startup directory as a shortcut to launch it. It's really weird. So let's go over and take a look at that. Okay, we've still got audio there, so I'm still happy. Still recording. Right, great. So let's come down here. We're going to right click. We're going to do run. This is what our run looks like. And we're going to type taskschd.msc or start task SCHD. Dyslexia, I have fun reading those sorts of things. So I'll leave copy and pasted in the description below. So I'm going to run that. Very interesting place to put the thing. You're going to come across here and you're going to come all the way down and you're going to see RTX Voice there. That starts it up when any user logs on the computer. Right click it, disable it. Goodbye startup problem. It's not going to start with the system anymore. You've now officially killed it from starting up with the system. So now to start it up, you're just going to double click it to open it up and you're going to go on to your task manager, bring it up, right click and exit when you want to get rid of it. But I created a little bat file to kill it. So if I want to kill it at any time, say if there's a crash with it or something like that, and I need to just force close it, I created a bat file to do that for me. So you can just, if you've got shortcut keys on your keyboard, you can create a shortcut to it and bam, just get rid of it. Nice, quick and easy. I'm going to leave a link to a download for my bat in the descriptions below. Go back across for the final outro. Okay, so she didn't forget me there, so it's remembered me on that transition, which is fantastic. So that's an interesting little nuance with it. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth taking a look at, and you know, if you like this video, and I hope you did, like, subscribe, and get the notification on. I'm going to be doing more quieter. I'm going to be running the old version. We've got some nice little tips and tricks and stuff coming up anyway. And yeah, also if you got the new version of the Crider AI, you might find that your samplers, you know, my old version samplers don't have some of the newer stuff in, which is needed with the update. So I got some updates for that coming as well. And if you guys can help me out, so I'm not down for a year if I have a problem, you know, any donation will help. So if you can buy me a Ko-fi, coffee, whatever they want to call it, it would go to the channel and it'd help me out greatly. Anything is appreciated. Of course, if you can't afford to donate, don't donate. So, you know, your needs are more important than mine. But if you can, we'll go towards the channel and it will help out greatly. On that, I'll see you shortly in the next Streamtabulous video, and it does feel good to be back. So I will see you soon. Thank you for watching my video and sticking around to the end. If you like my videos, it'd really help me out if you could like and subscribe. It helps the YouTube algorithm to push my videos out there to more viewers, which in turn helps me and helps everyone. So thank you for watching my video and hanging around to the end, and I will see you in the next video.